Year Review. Welcome everyone to the 2021 Year Review. If this is the very first time you're joining me for a year review, it's kind of like a yearly video that I do at the start of each year, looking back at like the previous year. What were some good things, what were some bad things of it, what did it mean for the channel and all that sort of stuff. Reviewing the year, that's basically what we're doing. Now if you're here as like one of the people that joined us from like the New War video, which, oh my god, you'll really like, I guess. If you're new from that, if you just come over from there and you're kind of wondering like, man, what's going to be happening with this channel in like the coming few weeks, the coming year, what can I expect? There's a timestamp right here where you can click on, and if you want to like, I'll be talking about basically what's going to be happening with this channel in 2022. However, if you want to stick around and kind of like talk about what last year has been for the channel, you're more than welcome to. I'd appreciate it. Just come and sit down, let's have a talk, and yeah. So 2021, it has been a year, I guess. I don't know what else to say. It's been like so weird. Like on the one hand, it's been like fantastic, like the Cyberpunk series that we played through, the Halo series that we played through, the fucking New War coming out. But then on the other hand, it's also been like a pretty rough year for me personally, which has kind of like shined through on the channel as well. Another example of like this great duality of the year is that this year has been the year where I posted like both the most videos I've ever posted in a year and the least videos I've ever posted in a year. I think that I posted about 193 videos on YouTube this very year, which is insane. But then like only 8 of those were posted on the main channel. About 36 were posted on this channel, which is seriously like low. Which means that like 151 of those videos were just like streams. Speaking of the streams though, I do think it's been really fantastic. Like this year, the streams have really popped off. I've really loved like all the things that we've gone over. Like I have a list right here of some of the games that we played. Cyberpunk, Outriders, Subnautica, Battlefield 4, Titanfall 2, like, oh my, like, all these games happened this very year, and I cannot believe it, that we've had all these amazing experiences, a lot of those, like, recommended by you guys, that we just went through in this one single year. And you know, you can find them all on the Stream Archive channel, which like, I'm so glad I've saved that shit. Like, it's been fantastic. But what I loved even more is like the just chatting things that we've been doing. Like just chatting has really popped up as like one of the like mainstay things that we're doing on the channel. Just like talking about random different topics, learning new things from you guys, and also just getting to know you guys better. And like what I love about it is that not only is it like this great interaction that we have together, but at the same time it's something which people really like. It's by far one of the most popular things on the channel, and I just love that just sitting down and talking about random shit is such a cool part of Twitch. So I really love that. I'm really happy with what we've been doing with Twitch, but YouTube wise, it's not that great. I kind of hoped at the start of the year that I would like bring out more videos, put the focus more on YouTube, as I said, but like there were far fewer videos than last year. First of all, we've seen last Framecast. Framecast hasn't been all that like frequent anymore. It has a cool intro, which I think is lovely, but Drew and I have just been doing less Framecasts, partly because Drew is also like had to focus more on his job, and also started a brand new like anime cast, Kampai Cast, that's the name. Check it out. It's with like Nassif and Laws, and it's a pretty cool podcast if you're interested in anime. But yeah, like we've been doing less streamcasts, and while around the summer, like I kind of found like Apex Legends as this really cool game, which I kind of want to cover on stream and on videos. I made like one really cool like Apex in 2 minutes video. I kind of just stopped that and never came back to it. So you may ask, what the hell happened? Well, good question. Basically, about 1.5 years ago, I started back up with university, which has been like taking up some of my time. It's not as difficult as like you may assume. It's like I can manage that pretty well. However, sometimes like this stuff just takes more time out of a week than I expect it would. And because of that, like I kind of struggle with like managing my time, especially around YouTube and, you know, Twitch and stuff. And because Twitch is going a little bit better, like YouTube kind of gets the short end of the stick, which sucks. One of the things that really hasn't been helping is that like I've been trying to figure out like after Warframe, like what am I doing with this channel? What do I want to do? And there have been a couple of videos where like been trying to experiment, like maybe this. As we all know, it's no time to be going out right now since it's February 2021 and it's actually quite cold. But then I ended up like not liking that at all and just scrapping the idea. But that did take some time, and then like you haven't made a video in a couple of weeks and like you're short on time, so oh boy, you know what, let's go to the next week, let's go to the next week. And because of that, content just slows down and you don't have as many videos that come out in a year. So while that meant that like during this year there has been less content, it has allowed me to think a lot about like what would I want to make on this channel. And not in the sense so much as like what what I want to make on this channel, because I kind of know the direction I want to go in, mostly like games which are significant to me and to you guys, which may be both new games like, you know, Halo Infinite, or old games like Halo Combat Evolved. Why are they both Halo games? However, it's more so about what do I want to make on this channel, because previously I made a lot of Warframe videos, and a couple of years ago I decided to like absolutely break away with Warframe and not really touch it anymore. Now the reason why I decided to like break away from Warframe is more or less explained in this stream right here. I go a lot more in depth about the details, but like the rundown is that there was like a little bit of like personal issues I had with DE, and I didn't really want to like continue forcing myself to play a game which I didn't really have a really positive vibe with anymore. I kind of forced myself to play it a little bit too long, which caused me to like more or less burn out of the game. So at that point in time, I decided I never want to play a game ever again which I don't 100% enjoy and support. So I mean, I went to story games, and honestly, yeah, like that's a really cool strategy if you're gonna go and like explore a game for like 20 or 40 hours. It's like you're not gonna have, in most circumstances, a game which you're gonna hate at the end of it. But then I found Apex, and I was like, woo, this is a game which I could really enjoy. Like, Apex has by far some of the most amazing movement, amazing gunplay, and like there's so much in that game which is like fun to play. So with Apex this year, which I kind of just stumbled into because Defton was like, yo, let's play.
Wait, I'm Dumb Master. No. Game, are you trying to sabotage us?
Ready up.
And there was like a couple of people like Espionage and Emil in the community. We were playing it as well, and
Fuck!
I went to go to Emil, and the entire team is in front of me right when I went there.
Oh!
Michel, good job, sir. 3 kills?
honestly, we had a really great time to start, even though I was probably a total noob. Apex was a really fun game to play, until, like, around the summer, after I made that 2-minute video, I discovered that, well, it's got some issues too. At that point in time, I was like, well, I guess I don't like this 100% anymore, I'm not gonna cover it. But then the new war came out, and this game, Warframe,
Yes, baby!
was fun again. And I've played it offline a little bit, and I can say, I don't hate it, which is weird. So that's caused me to, like, kind of reconsider, like, is it, like, really a good thing to, like, say, I never want to cover a game unless I like it 100%? Or can I also, like, enjoy and play and cover games, which may have some bad things around them, which may have some flaws? And I think that the answer is being more and more, yes, I can. Now, I'm not gonna main a game ever again, and I think that if I were to like main and solely make videos and solely play one single game, then I probably would have to like everything about it. But as long as it's like just, you know, making some videos about it sometimes, playing it maybe once or twice a week, does it really have to be perfect? Can any game really be perfect? Well, in order to answer that, let's talk about 2022, because my goal for this channel this year is to make this a place where people can come to like enjoy and discover new games. Look at the Halo series, for instance, where for me, I knew that Halo was out there, but I never really understood it. I never really played it. I never really knew where to begin. Like, you have Halo, Combat Evolved, Reach, Halo Wars, like what the hell is this? And I kind of want to, like, with like this gameplay series, provide like you an idea as to like, hey, what kind of gameplay can you expect from this? What kind of order are these games played in? Like, what kind of story will be told here? So that you can either decide like, hey, I want to pick this up, or decide to like, well, maybe the game is not for me, but at least I can get an understanding as to like who Master Chief is, who Cortana is when, you know, I'm opening up my Windows 10 for the first time, or when my friends are talking about like this cool Halo story thing, which I have no idea what it is. For that, the new war has been an absolute fantastic experiment. So what you may or may not have noticed with like the new war is that I recorded it a little bit differently. I actually streamed it live on Twitch, and at the same time I also recorded it in such a way that I could edit around with it, which turned out to be a really cool video, I think. So I kind of want to adopt like that style of video for like the upcoming videos of gameplay series which I'm going to be doing. So these can cover like new games which are going to be coming out, like the new Horizon game, or more older games. Like, we still have to play Halo 5, and I guess Halo Infinite is kind of like a new old game right now. Like, I don't know what classification that falls under, but so basically what you'll have is like these playthroughs, which are like shorter edited videos of like these quests or these games, with like the full version being like on the stream archive because we streamed it live. That is not all which I want to do, because as I said in my last video, Warframe content is definitely coming back. And the way that I want to bring it back is yes, the 2-minute slash dash is coming back for sure. You see, the thing which I discovered this year, when I started like playing Apex is that I actually had a long time in which I was doubting myself as to whether I really wanted to play this game. Because I'd heard from my friends about Apex, I heard that it was a fun game, but it was a game which felt to me like had been around for a long time. I had to team up with people, but I didn't know anything. There were so many things to that game which I didn't understand, I didn't know how to do, and I was kind of afraid that, you know, I would get into that game, not know where to go, and I wouldn't really understand what to do and be a total noob. I kind of didn't really want to engage with that game because I didn't understand it. And that made me realize that probably a lot of people out there will not want to engage with like these ongoing games, like something like Warframe, because it's rather confusing. So I kind of want to like make this game more understandable. This game, and also... yes, we're also going to be doing this for Apex. Like, I want to make these games, which are, like, important, significant, ongoing games to me, like, I want to break them apart in, like, this 2-minute format, because, honestly, I like the 2-minute format. It's quick, simple, straightforward, and hopefully it will be, like, useful for you guys to, like, understand what's going on, and also for me, especially with Warframe, me returning to it now. I have no idea what these new Warframes are. I have no idea, like, what all these new mechanics are, and it's also a great excuse for me to, like, learn a little bit more. So that's basically going to be the plan for 2022. We're going to have more playthroughs and, like, the style of, like, the new war, but also what we're gonna have is like the 2-minute videos for Warframe and Apex, and of course like the shenanigans that we've had with like Bear's Butt Plug or some challenges with friends like we did that one time with Jiso. Like, I want to do those things as well because honestly I really enjoyed them. However, you may ask, well, you know, last year you said you wanted to bring things to YouTube as well, and you said that you were struggling with time management. How the hell are you gonna do all these videos and all these plans? Are you gonna live up to them, or are we gonna have like 30 videos this year as well? This time I'll tell you, I actually have a plan, okay? Hear me out, okay? I am going to try really hard. Yeah, you got faith in me? For real, this year I have a different way in which I'm going to be recording my videos, because this is why like the holiday has been a little bit longer, as you may have noticed. Like, there's been a longer break since the new war, but basically I'm recording these videos a week earlier. Right now it's like a week before you're seeing this video live, and the reason why I'm doing this is to allow me a little bit more leeway with deadlines. So basically, like, if there's something coming up, I can still like finish the video a day later, but it will still come out on the day that I want it to come out. This will also mean that I'll basically have some videos sitting around for a week doing nothing. So I've kind of decided that if you support the channel via like Patreon or Twitch subscriptions, I'll just like make a Discord channel where like I'll throw my early videos, basically like I'll upload them on YouTube, make them unlisted, and you can watch them early. I don't know whether that will be much benefit or something, but right now I'm doing nothing for like Patreon and Twitch subs, so I thought I might as well. So if you support the channel and you want to watch these videos early, that will be like, you know, check out the Discord, there will be a tab there and you can watch this shit early. Comment first before anyone else, I guess. One more important thing which I want to mention is that we've had a lot of Halo over the last couple of like months, and that's still kind of going to continue because I have a lot of backlog. Basically I have like 6 videos remaining of like the Halo 4 and Halo Reach campaigns, which we've played like last year, but I haven't really come around to like processing them. These videos are going to be coming out like over the next couple of weeks. I'll try to like do like 3 a week maybe to like kind of like speed them up and like catch up to where we are right now, which will probably also include like Halo 5 and Halo Infinite. So keep that in mind. Warframe is definitely going to come. Apex is definitely going to come. Other videos are definitely going to come out. But it might still be like a lot of Halo. So if you're into that, it's going to be great. If you're not into that, hold out a little bit longer. Soon there will be more content. Like next week, we're definitely around this time, this day, we're going to be doing a Warframe 2-minute thing. I guess if you have any recommendations, any questions, leave them below, I guess. So that is basically the update and the year review of 2021. Before we close though, let's go over a couple of questions because I guess this is also part of the format. We're answering some questions. So let's see here. Villager says, what will be the size of the 2021 year review video in terabytes? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh man, I think like the new war video was actually close to like 500 gigs or something. It was pretty sizable. This thing, I don't know, maybe like 0.1 terabytes. I'll leave like the file folder of like all the raw files and like the edits and everything in there. I'll leave that right here so you can see it. That's what it is. I don't know because I haven't edited this yet. So yeah. Also, Villager, could you please do my math homework? As long as I can count it on my fingers, I can. If I can't count it on my fingers, if the number is greater than... what's greater than 10? I can't. So, sorry. Rahab says, is there anything you'd consider a highlight of the year? Oh, boy. I think I think there may be a couple of highlights in different forms. So if I'd say like a highlight of this year has definitely been like the variety of the content, which is more like a meta way of looking at like the highlight of the year. It's more a meta highlight. Like I love that this year we've covered like Cyberpunk, Subnautica, Horizon Zero Dawn, Battlefield 4, like so many different games which feel like ages ago. We actually played Genshin Impact this year, which I cannot believe. Like it's been so long ago, but it's been this year, but it feels like ages ago, but we still did it. It's like there's so much stuff that we've done this year, and I'm like so glad that's also like saved in like the stream archive. But the wide variety of things that we've done, the wide variety of things that like we've shared together, and like what you guys have all been through like here, and like all the things that you guys shared, like it's been cool. It's been really cool. Like this year has felt so much like more full with stuff than, for instance, something like a 2018 or 2019 where the only thing that I did was like play Warframe every day. And because of that, like the only highlights of the year that really stood out were like whenever we had like maybe an event, or maybe when we had like a new update. That was kind of it. And now like it feels like there's been a lot more variety, so that's definitely a highlight. I think another highlight has been the Halo series. I've always wanted to try Halo, but the thing which I also love about it is that like that was the first time where I was like, well, let me try and like highlight these, like cut these streams down shorter and then like post them on YouTube, because first of all, I kind of needed some content on YouTube, but secondly, like I kind of realized that I've played through like Horizon Zero Dawn and we had some great moments of like getting bugged here where we were kind of like invincible, but then like you'd never really go back to it. 2 or 4 hour videos, like that's a long thing. I'll put it up as like a podcast, but like the time that I'm grinding or like waiting on a loading screen or fighting just like replaceable mobs aren't really the most interesting times. And I felt like, what if I cut them down and just like make them as a video where you can go back to it and like relive like the highlights. And I actually really like that. Another really great highlight of the year, even though it's like been a bit of a like letdown from my end. I said that I wanted to like do Japanese this year, like learn it. I really didn't have time for that because, you know, as you see, like I only did 30 videos this year. I was struggling for time. So learning a language, I just couldn't do it. I had to give it up at a certain point in time. But regardless of that, like a theme has come around in Discord and made some amazing guides in like Japanese general, like given so many things to like help me or you guys learn Japanese. I was absolutely amazed by that. So that has been like a really cool thing for me as well. I hope that answers the question. I hope that's enough. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, this year review. Tomorrow we'll be back here with some Halo content. We'll finish off Halo 3, which actually I finished off in November somewhere, but the video is still lingering around. Then we're gonna go on to Halo Reach, and then we'll do Halo 4, and then hopefully around that time there will already be like 2 or 3 Warframe or Apex videos out. If you have any recommendations for like, oh hey, I want to see this on like a 2-minute slash dash, or hey, this could be a cool challenge in like any game. Like if you have a challenge and like, you know, remember to choose the challenge. If you have a challenge in Warframe that you want to see me do with someone, just leave it down below. If you have a challenge in another game, maybe Apex or whatever, leave it down below and I'll see if I can do that or something. But anyway, that's been it for me. I hope you have a good one. I will see you all around later. And yeah, if you want to watch something right now, I guess here is a video and there is a video. Click anyone if you want to watch them, or otherwise I will say goodbye and enjoy this year. Happy New Year, everyone. Enjoy your 2022. Hopefully it will be better than the last 2 years. Now click a video if you want to, or just close it because I'm not really gonna move. Okay?